Recently, I went to a local store to get me a perfume, and on getting there, the owner of the perfume brought out the two kind of perfume he has in stock. One is, I can't even remember the name of the perfume, but I remember the price range. One is 2000 something, the other is 3000 something. Of course, both perfume are cheap, but although I do not know any of the brand, I do not know about the perfume, I do not know which one is actually the best, I do not know which one actually scents the best, but automatically I just have to pick the most expensive one because most likely it is likely to be the one that is the best for it to be sold for a more expensive price. Although we know that's not always the truth, but by default, since I don't know, I've not used any of the perfume before, I have no experience with any of the perfume to know which one is the best. I just automatically have to go for the most expensive. And a lot of us make this kind of buying decision. Now, try to imagine this. When a millionaire goes on Fiverr or on Upwork to buy a gig, to order a service. Now, this doesn't happen so often because for a millionaire, I mean, I'm talking millionaire in dollars, for a millionaire to most likely they have people that do all those kind of things for them. They don't hire people on platform like on platform like Fiverr by themselves, but it does happen sometimes. So when a millionaire goes to a platform like Fiverr, for instance, he wants to order a service, maybe a simple service, but he wants it done perfectly well. And he sees one, in a sea of services, a lot of people they are just selling their services for $50 upward, $50 upward, but he sees just one service that is being sold for $5,000. You can imagine that automatically he's going to pick the one being sold for $5,000. It doesn't mean that they actually offer a good service compared to the others, but his mind it's and most of the time he won't even have the time to be looking through the reviews, to be checking some other things. It just the pricing just tell it all. I'm a millionaire and I want a $5,000 service over a $50 service. It's just as simple as that. So what I'm trying to say is, in whatever service or products you are offering, sometimes, in fact a lot of the time, in fact most time, in fact as a matter of fact, you should seek to go premium. Don't try to put yourself in a category that you are the only person in that category. So if you are selling at the same price range as others, you are going to be compared to others. But when you are selling a price range that's not just a little bit higher than others but far ahead of others, it will be hard for the people to compare you to others. So people that want really really good service and they want the money would prefer your pricing to the other pricing. But there's a disadvantage that come with this, and that disadvantage is most likely you will not get a lot of clients. You will not get a lot of people to pay you, and this is why a lot of people actually don't see this as a good idea, because most business owners they want to get paid as often as possible. It doesn't matter how much they are getting paid; they just want to get paid often, and this is what makes luxury brand different. Luxury brand are not actually after quantity of customer. We even have some luxury brand, mostly cars and at wristwatch. I think Hublot is one of them that even if you have the money to buy what they are selling, they still won't sell it for you, because you know what? The harder you make your products easy for people to acquire, the more they desire it. If something is too easy to acquire, you won't desire it much. But when you make it hard to acquire, then people are going to, so desire comes with how harder it is to acquire something. So selling your product as premium, you won't, and this is the secret of luxury brand. If you sell your and there's this, so when the people that don't have knowledge about luxury brand, all these things, they just feel like they just have to sell consistently. But you see, okay, let me give you this example. If you get a buyer every, maybe let's say you get 10 buyer, 10 people to patronize you every month of the year, and each one of them is paying you $10, that's $100 per month. At the end of the year, you are going to have just $1,200. But if you have one premium package and you are selling it for $1,500, you don't need to have 20 buyers, you don't need to have 10 buyers. just one person in a year is more than enough. In fact, you will still make more money than you are making. So now so you even have more time for yourself, because you won't be delivering service over and over again, but you have more time to actually spend on yourself to be able to deliver a $1,500 worth of service or products. And this is the secret of luxury brand. So don't stop thinking, if you are going to make a lot of money, stop thinking in life in line of serving a lot of people. Start thinking, target a few, the top 1% of your target audience. Make them your target. It's actually easier to get one client than to get 10 clients. The price range does not really matter. It's easier. Okay, let me put it like this. It's easier to get one client than to get 100 clients. I was saying getting 10 clients every month to pay $10 to accumulate $100. That's at the end of the year, to make $1,200, you would have served about 120 clients. You see, it is easier to get one client in a year than to get 120 clients in a year. So you can structure your whole effort and focus it on getting a particular kind of client, and that's the client that can pay you $1,500. And in that period of time, you are working on yourself to be able to deliver a service that can be sold for that kind of amount. The main takeaway from this video is, if you are going to make a lot of money from your business, like way a lot of money, stop thinking in terms of how do I get 100 people to buy these products or to buy this service for a small amount, but rather start thinking in terms of how do I get just a few people to buy it for a very large price. That is how to make a lot of money, by selling any product. Then when you start getting more money, you can now start thinking of scaling up. How do I now get more people to buy it for a large price? If you are a freelancer, I actually have an app on Play Store that helps you. If the kind of service you are offering is to businesses that own a website, I have an app on Play Store that gives you access to a lot of website owners, so you can just keep going from that website, from one website to another. You can extract every website that is created in a particular day, then start going from one website to another, sending them an offer, and you will get somebody to hire you, and you can practice what you just learned by creating an high ticket offer for them. Thanks for watching this video. I do not take that for granted. Kindly like and share if you find this video valuable so others can see it. Appreciate it.